And Thunderbirds are go.
Woo!
Let me make sure I am... Okay, that is muted. Hey guys, this is Riders of Lost Sword with Season 2 of our podcast. Mainly because Season 1 ended in tragedy and heartbreak and death.
Yep. By the bright side, I have a new store.
And I have a new residence. And Nanami's a real girl. Magic powers and shit. Tutus. She made a deal with QB. It'll all be cool in the end, right?
Oh God, no, not her! No, not that fucking goddamn.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Just make a wish. Just make a wish.
I will make that wish later.
Anyway, we're here with our first podcast of Season 2, where we're finally covering the MMPR movie and Golden Boy, thanks to Frozen Traveler over here.
You're welcome. I actually decided to pick something good this time.
And it's so good, it is one of my favorite Ichi anime, and I don't like a lot of Ichi anime because they're mostly bullshit.
I thought it was pronounced etchy.
Ecchi, Ichi, I think that's one of the ones I actually say wrong. Either way, boobies. It is boobies anime.
And he's really out of it. I've touched reality.
Alright, let's start off with the elephant, or mastodon spider Zord in the room.
The costumes suck!
The costumes still suck. They look better in light. They look a lot better in the bright of light, but that doesn't make them good. It just makes them colorful.
One thing I can say though is the helmets look at least somewhat decent.
I'm warming up to the helmets.
Kind of close to the source.
Like I've warmed up to this movie a lot more than I did before. I will admit it is a decent movie. It is not, however, a good Power Rangers movie, because the Power Rangering is like 30 minutes.
It's not even the same amount as an actual episode.
Yeah, just about the same amount of Power Rangersing you get in a normal episode, or less than you would in some Dino Charge, because Dino Charge has good action.
I missed Dino Charge.
But anyway, let's talk about how it's not 2/3, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about 7/8 of it is just a pretty decent teenage drama movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, go ahead.
Well, it just kind of seems like this movie's doing more than what the original Mighty Morphin did, and actually give these characters, character besides Goody Goody Two Shoes.
Or do you mean these teenagers have, dare I say
attitude?
Yes, attitude.
More attitude
than the other one did.
Heck, the three of them, we find them in the detention. Barely any of them have gone to detention.
And Jason slaps a boy. I know, weird, huh? He just man slaps a guy.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
But Jason's in detention, Billy is in detention, and Kimberly is in detention. Kimberly, although, shouldn't be in detention and should probably be in jail for what she did. And they kind of just skirt past it.
They really should go into more detail with that.
I didn't even know what she did.
She leaked nudes of a fellow student because she was messing with a guy she liked.
Oh. That's jail time.
That's actual jail time. And considering they're supposed to be teenagers, potentially pedophilia. And that's not cool. That's not cool.
No.
So are Pink Rangers kind of evil?
She's a bitch.
Maybe she should have been the one to go to Rita instead of the yellow, like they were playing with it. And then Billy was in detention for blowing up his locker. Zach's just kind of a vagrant who never goes to school, taking care of his sick mom. And Trini's gay, and that's her character.
Sadly.
Which, I mean, I'm glad she's gay or at least maybe bi. We need that diversity in the shows. We need it in the main show, definitely, but they
Oh
could have done a little
yeah.
bit more with her, like have her look at Kimberly a little bit more often. Have her
Like,
smile at her.
damn girl, you fine.
Give the gay wink. Give the gay wink. But
Yeah.
like I'm not saying make her character super gay, but give her a character other than this one line. Oh, I don't like guys. Because oh no, and she has an attitude. She has an attitude, and Zach wants her. But Zach can't have it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at least Zach has more character.
Oh, Zach and Billy
Oh.
have the most character in this movie. They make up for everyone else. Zach is
Oh,
that
yeah.
And
guy
honestly,
who overacts and you enjoy it.
yeah, Zach was actually one of my favorite characters from this movie.
Mine was hands down Billy. Billy was the heart of this movie. That guy acted his dick off.
Oh my
Yeah,
And
especially the part with the crayons.
and the thing
We're
they
talking about the
did
crayons.
that really hits a chord with me is they gave him not Asperger's, but they put him on the autism spectrum. And they put him deep into it enough so that you know he has autism. Not once in this movie was it ever a joke. They might joke with him, but he was never the butt of a joke for his autism.
Right.
That is a very hard thing to do for writers because it's easy to make autism the joke. And that
Yeah.
movie,
Off Big Bang Theory.
you mean every single part of Big Bang Theory?
That's why one of my friends, doesn't really like that show, and he honestly does not like Billy that much.
Well, Big Bang Theory, you might not just like it because it's a bad show. Not like
I've seen it. Really don't care for it because they just kind of fling random nerd Easter eggs at people and just expect them
Also
to
laugh
catch it.
track.
And laugh track.
of the jokes of Big Bang Theory is, isn't it funny they're nerds? It's not what like they do is a funny nerd thing. It's they're nerds. It's not like they're playing D&D and the barbarian is a tiny gnome, because that would be funny. It's they're playing D&D and that's the joke.
Yeah. And it somehow lasted like what, 10 seasons now?
And it's got
And
a
a spin-off.
Young Sheldon.
Yep. Anyway, back to Power Rangers and how this movie.
And a small spoiler warning, because somebody's gonna get mad at us. Billy almost dies.
Yeah. He sacrifices himself for the team. Zordon decides, I'm not going to come back and lead it. Jason can lead it.
And it just...
By the way, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, we can keep talking.
And, like, Rita drowns Billy. They save him with the morphing grid because that's something the morphing grid can always do.
Ultimate magic plot hole convenience.
You mean, like a god is in the machine? What is that called? Deus Ex Machina. Anyway, I liked this movie way more than I initially thought I would, but not as a Power Rangers movie, which is kind of sad. Because even come the end, some of the action's good, but it's just they don't stay on it for long. They don't stay on that giant putty brawl for long. They don't stay on them saving people in the city for long. The longest
Like,
action,
you put the money into it. You put the money into making the action stuff, yet you don't give us enough of it.
which
For it to be Power Rangers.
I'm guessing they were planning to fix with a sequel, but you can't sequel bait us like that.
No. I mean, they already have.
Yeah, they tried. But like
Yep.
the biggest action set piece was the Zord battle, and we didn't even see them combine. And we didn't see
BRB.
much of it. It was a short Zord battle. It was maybe triple the length of a show, not even the length of the Gokaiger movie, Zord battle.
Also, this movie was brought to you by Krispy Kreme Donuts.
Krispy Kreme donuts. Tell me more.
There's like Krispy Kreme Donuts like in every fucking shot. The actual thing where they're looking for is inside of a fucking Krispy Kreme.
I wonder if this movie was a brand deal.
Krispy Kreme donuts money.
Gotta get that glaze money. But all in all, I would say it's worth watching if you're a Power Rangers fan. But don't expect there to be action in every scene. It's like we said, part Chronicle, part
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, and a little bit of Power Rangers sprinkled on top. Which, it's still a decent movie. It's just not a decent Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, if it was titled something else, it probably wouldn't have gotten as much hate as it did.
And that's what we mentioned before. If it were like Power Rangers, The New Zords, or Power Rangers, insert subtitle here, and not as a reboot, it could have been more tolerable. But this, as their mainstay, as their flagship reboot, well, they're not getting the sequel they planned.
Yeah.
We'll never know if Tommy is a boy or a girl. Professor Oak, what will you do?
Lose his mind because they're non-binary.
Oh my god. I kind of want to see someone make that mod for Pokemon. Are you a boy or a girl? Boy, girl. Flick down to empty space, hit A. What? What do you mean you're gender? But now that we're off the mediocre train, let's ride on a bike. The Mikazuki 5 for Golden Boy. Now, I've seen this anime at least 5 times in my life. Nanami, have you ever seen it?
This is my first time. I've seen clips from it. I didn't know what they were, but
everyone has seen the swimming clip. The how'd you like swimming clip, and no one knows what it's from. I knew.
How do you like my swimming?
I originally saw this in the early 2000s with Comcast's Anime on Demand from the Anime Network.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Comcast actually does something unique.
I heard 2 people at once, maybe 3.
Oops, sorry about that. Nanami, go first.
Gonna add in fuck Comcast while we're at it.
Yeah, fuck Comcast.
And what I said was I didn't know that Comcast did something that exclusive.
Yeah, back in the early 90s, a lot of the first anime I really started getting into was Anime on Demand. I saw Orphan, this, bunch. I saw Cutie Honey on this. Yeah, Comcast used to have a great Anime on Demand service. And it was all free with their cable box.
And as long as we're talking about where we actually found Golden Boy, I found mine through Bennett the Sage.
Oh yeah, he did review this, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was
I think
actually...
he was playing as Suave at the time.
Well, that's because this is a suave show. A extremely horny overweight men.
Yeah.
Now, are we gonna get into the plot of Golden Boy? Because
there's a plot?
There is. Keitaro Oe went to Tokyo University and dropped out right before he graduated while completing all of his credits. He dropped out to be a freeder, a person who roams the countryside, learning as he goes. Now, being an old anime fan, Kentaro from Love Hina would murder Keitaro because it took him so long to get into Tokyo U, and he got on the first try, and left before he graduated. Now, that is the plot of this show. Every episode is a one-episode vignette of him learning something new, doing something new, potentially something perverted, and it is awesome.
Like hugging toilets.
And his hand metaphorically turning into his Johnson. Oh my god, this show has some of the best visual fucking humor of any ecchi anime I have ever seen in my life. Then again,
and some of the moments are just fucking glorious too.
Are you talking about the BMO baby moment?
I am referring to the one episode where the really rich guy's daughter. Yes, I was trying to have sex with her.
Oh, where he's just like, oh, I'll play into your thing. It's because I love her, and we want to get married. And then she honestly falls in love with him because he's such a stupid goofball with an honest heart.
And he didn't want... And, yeah. He's... Like other anime perverts, he's not a piece of shit.
I know, and that's weird, isn't it? Like when in the Noodle House episode, where he's protecting the girl from the guy who's trying to buy the noodle house. The guy's trying to buy her parents' noodle house, and he's trying to marry her to get to it. And through their whole date, he's zipping up her pants, making out with a guy instead, and hating it. And then beats the shit out of him at the end, because Kentaro also is a 5th belt in Aikido. 5th degree black belt, I believe.
And it's freaking amazing. Just all the little bits, like everything that he learns and stuff, it's like slightly relevant
to the plot of the episode. Like, he learned how to make damn good ramen in one episode. He learned how to program in another episode. He learned how to swim with some of the best. That's 3 of them.
Oh, there was that biker girl.
He didn't learn anything there. He learned the power of a boner.
No, I thought you learned how to ride his bike over water.
He learned how to be Jesus, biker Jesus.
Another Christmas card now.
But Golden Boy is so much better than people give it credit for just being a dumb, pervy show.
Yeah.
I honestly loved it. There was that one scene, Mom was actually in the room with me, and she was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Well, what scene was it?
Where the girl cut part of her top off.
Oh.
Yeah. I really should have watched more of it before I got on to here, because it's been a while.
I know. I'm forgetting some of the episodes.
It's season 2. Let's start off with the confused bang.
Because months ago, when we were planning to do this the next week after the whatever we were doing, I think it was the X-Aid episodes. I was planning to watch at least 2 of the episodes to help me refresh my brain on stuff, and then 3 months later.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Yeah, exactly. We season 2.
Okay, we'll go that direction.
We retconned a season.
Alright, God, who went to the peace conference then?
Andy.
Right.
Andy and Nosan.
Right.
But, I can't recommend this show enough. It is 6 episodes. It is just under 3 hours. It is a case of the runs. And you can finish this show.
On YouTube, so yeah, you can watch it on the fucking toilet.
You can watch this on YouTube?
I found episodes on YouTube, English dubbed.
There's large amount of titty in this. How'd that get through? Oh, that's why, because YouTube's broken.
Yep. And it's taking out other video sites because it's so damn popular still. I was planning to do something on VidMe. Nope, they're closing their doors tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep, VidMe's going down.
And how long has VidMe been up?
Not very long. Maybe a year or 2.
Yeah. I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff. Even the Soldier Critic's on there. Officially on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think some other reviewers are on there. Easy Rider, maybe? The Shades? Those guys?
I know Nash and What the Fuck Is Wrong With You was on VidMe for a while, but then they're shutting their doors.
Yeah,
because you just can't compete with YouTube.
Right. Just like what happened with Blip, Vimeo.
I think Daily Motion's the only one that's still alive, right?
Dailymotion's trash.
Yeah.
Like, literally
I'll be right back.
trash. But, I think this was the shortest podcast we've had. Because we kind of got through the beats of it really quick today.
Oh, yeah.
It just hit 20 minutes.
I think that's very sizable.
That's how I kind of want to keep these, but we tend to ramble.
And, yeah, we could keep doing it like this until we do, like, the bigger stuff, like finishing off X-Aid.
Yeah, I know. That's what one I want to do, is cover the end game of X8. And, oh boy, is that a fun one.
I'm almost there with my friends, so...
Oh, get there. It's so good. Like, the last arc could have been better, but it's still such a good Rider series. It is definitely one of the best.
The other 3 movies.
Oh, yeah, the canon ending movie that we need to watch.
Yeah. So.
Alright, guys, this was Riders of the Lost Sword. I am Isamu.
Nami-chan?
I'm Frozen Traveler. I didn't even get a chance to say anything about the MMPR movie, which I'm going to say right now. It's okay. Could be better. Could be worse. It's good.
Yeah, he's doing this at work, like a model employee.
Yeah, I just had 2 people fight over icons.
Alright, guys, we'll try and actually be back next week. And what do we want to cover next week? Do we want to
X8!
Do you want to...
X8!
Well, Nanami's not finished it. Can Nanami finish X8 in a week?
Yes.
Alright, so we're doing X8 as the Toku pick. Do we just want to restart the cycle for non-Toku?
I was thinking that we could do the first Digimon Tri movie.
I am super okay with that. Because I just...
Same here. Yeah, I gotta rewatch it too. And the 4th one.
I'm only watching them dubbed.
I'm sorry about
because
my
of the
cat.
human I am.
She's... Oh, she's out of water. That's why she's screaming at me.
Alright, guys. Next week we'll be back with Digimon Tri episode Movie 1 Reunion, and gonna talk about the end of X8. I never know how to end these. I guess I'll just stop
Game
and end it.